Hi, everyone. Tara Malarkey, founder of High Ticket Empress and author of the book Seven Figure Coach, How to Build $1 Million Coaching Business with Just One High Ticket Program. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing Candace, and I'm so excited. Welcome, Candace.
Hi, thank you.
Okay, let's start with the highlight, then I'm going to have you tell everyone what you do. But what's your highlight so far working with us?
So do you mean like what I brought in so far? Okay, so it's been, I don't even remember the day I joined, but I just finished my beta and brought in 39,000 in sales in my beta. And that took about 2 weeks to do.
Yeah,
So,
that's really amazing.
yeah, pretty exciting. And it's been a really great change for me from switching to one-on-one to group. I tried to do it before, and I was gonna only charge like a small amount for, one session to see how people would like it. And then I ended up actually canceling it because it just didn't feel right. I was like, that's too cheap. I shouldn't charge that low for a group session. No. So I ended up canceling it. Just like I knew something else was gonna come. And then I think like 3 weeks later, I found your information. So it was meant to be.
That's awesome. So 39,000 in just a couple of weeks after starting with us. So good. I'm so excited for you. So tell everyone what you do. Like, tell everyone what kind of offer you have.
So I am a manifestation coach, trauma healing expert. I help people reprogram limiting beliefs from childhood, past pain and trauma from their either, childhood, adult life, present life, whatever's happening. And then I help them to manifest really their ideal relationship with themselves and a partner if they're wanting a specific person to be with. Most people come to me for relationships. So I really hone in on what's going on with you. Why are you not getting the relationship of your dreams? Why is your partner not showing up for you the way that you want? And help them recreate themselves, because everything starts with self, right? And then it opens up the space for their partner to change, for them to attract someone new if they want someone new, and have their ideal life, their ideal career, their ideal, self-image, their ideal relationship, really everything in life.
So good. So good. Awesome. I love it. And you obviously do, you do amazing work and you have amazing clients and you have amazing following. So just give everyone who's listening like a picture of where you were before you joined us. I know you just mentioned like you were wanting to transition from one-on-one to group. And I think that that's really key because a lot of our people who follow me, they want to do that too. And they feel like they can't. And I remember some of your questions when you first started was like, well, how do I actually facilitate my stuff when I've been doing it one-on-one and they expect it this way? And I want to leverage my time. And so tell a little bit like where you were before you joined us.
Yeah, it's so interesting because I always thought I would have to be stuck in the one-on-one rat race is kind of how I was feeling with it. And because what I do is so specific, and people also come to me for energy reading, and I can't do that on a group level, which is fine. But they, having to reprogram somebody's mind with them, I thought there's no way I can do this in a group setting. How am I possibly going to do it? But, so I kind of felt like, how am I ever going to scale my business without, selling a million courses, which is I got into the course industry. That did not really go the way that I wanted. Yeah. And it just didn't feel, it just wasn't how I wanted it to be. And I didn't know why, and I didn't know what was coming, but I knew something better was coming. So, for anybody who's wanting to get into a group setting and get away from the one-on-one trading, time for money, really what you're offering, Tara, is the solution to that. Mm-hmm. And I remember being on the call with Kevin and saying, I don't know how this is going to work for me, but I'm going to take this leap of faith and just figure it out, and so I did. And it's honestly so much better. It is going to be so much better for my clients. They're going to have more success because then they can go back and watch the sessions later, because I don't normally allow people to record their sessions that we do one-on-one. So now they have the time to go back and rewatch the session and work on it on their own, in between our weekly sessions. So it's really kind of a no-brainer if you're wanting to grow your business. I don't see another way to do it other than, e-commerce and just selling a bunch of stuff, which, that's a good secondary. I'm still doing that. I still have e-commerce, but the main thing is, this one session a week feels so good to me. So much more freeing for me.
Yeah. So cool. And I would say, I mean, I'm totally suggesting this, and you can say that this isn't the case, but probably you were able to really see how it works by being inside of the way that I facilitate. Right. So then that being inside, you're like, okay, like I can now feel how this works for me and feel how this works for the other women. And I can see how I can do it too. Right. Just like kind of by osmosis of being inside.
Yeah. And, being on the calls and just saying, okay, I don't know exactly how I'm going to position this. But the beauty about our minds is when we ask the right questions, the answers come.
Yeah,
And
right.
so I asked the right question and I said, okay, it's going to happen. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to, the ideas are going to flow. So don't be afraid of, if you don't have the answer yet, take that leap of faith and invest in yourself and say, I'm worth it. I'm going to make it happen. I don't know the how yet, but the how doesn't matter, because the how comes as long as you're focused on the end result. What is my end result? What do I want at the end of the day?
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. I love it. I love it. So what's next for you? What's the next step?
Well, I just finished my slides, my automate. Yeah. So now I'm going to record that today and make my video. And then I already have my ClickFunnels site. I have to go and then import that and go finish watching the video from, I forget, Chris or Andrew, sorry, Andrew, and finish watching that, because I started watching and I was like, oh, I didn't even make my slides yet. I'll watch this later. I got ahead of myself. So I got to do that and then work on my automation. And because tomorrow, it was today, Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow is the second week in my beta. So I haven't been selling anymore. I've just been focusing on this, finishing my process, and then I'll be able to, enroll people on a continual basis.
So you're going to go evergreen, and then you pretty much have a system to have $100,000 months or more if you want to.
Yeah. And, for me, I'll do ads as well, but I already have a very large following that I know a lot of people are going to want to look at it on their own, put it in my bio, my link. People are going to constantly be watching it. So I'll see kind of how both avenues work for me and kind of make adjustments from there.
Yeah, totally. I mean, everyone should be leveraging both organic and paid, right? And so up to you and your following and where you're at. And, that's the beauty of starting to look at paid, though, is where you start getting more information on conversion rates. And, it's kind of hard to see that with organic. So when you fuse it and do a hybrid together, it's awesome. And it doesn't mean you spend a lot on ads at all. And you did the 39,000 without any ads.
Yeah, I've never done an ad in my life. So this will be new for me to experiment with them. I'm looking forward to that.
What's cool about that stage, is just that it provides a little more consistency. And so that if Candace doesn't want to, do her organic content for 5, she's like, oh, I'm still going to get in front of my audience with the advertising we're doing. And that just gives you a little more freedom, which we're all in, right?
Yeah, I know. I love that. That's a really good point, to just always have that running and be able to take breaks if I want and not stress about, oh, I didn't make 3 videos today or whatever.
Exactly. So it brings consistency in like the people you're getting in front of and the sales that you're making. And so that then you have a real business that doesn't rely on you generating all the time. Right.
Yeah. No, that's so true. So true.
I love it. Anything else you would say to someone who's like thinking about what's like inside High Ticket Empress?
What I really love is that, you do have your own personal coach, like Carrie, like I just want to brag about her for a minute. She's so wonderful. She's just very gentle. She's really encouraging, very like, what else can I help you with? How can I, what do you need? She's not leaving you. You're not going to be left alone. You're not going to just have to do this and be like, okay, this is overwhelming. I got to figure it out on my own. So that to me was really helpful to know that I have someone. I haven't really needed to depend on her too much because I'm kind of like, I'm going to just go figure it out kind of a mindset. But if you're not that kind of mindset, you're not going to be left to the wayside. You're going to have somebody there to support you. And you have the other women in the group that are there to support you as well. So it really, for me, this was a pretty quick decision for me to sign up and do this. It was like, okay, I already knew the price it was going to be before I even started. I had that number in my head. I was like, yep. Okay. So when you said it, I was like, okay, yeah, let me just talk to George for a second and then let's do it, you know? And I knew, and within like, I think 4 days, I had my money back already. So it was worth it. Totally worth it. What was that?
We should raise the price.
Yeah. Yeah, 700,000 to get started.
Yeah, no, you know, it's so cool. And Carrie's one of our client success coaches. And so like a lot of people don't know when they come inside, they get a dedicated one-on-one coach. Plus we have a coach of experts who lead the Q&A calls, including me. So yeah, it's like the support I think is unparalleled, you know, out there in the industry. And we just know what it takes to get someone to actually do it and get where they want to go. And so we're all just like really interested in getting people what the result that they really want, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, you have a very unique system, very, very interesting and unique with so many different moving parts. I don't see how you couldn't succeed. You know, how could you not succeed if you have so many different people that you have hired to support your brand and what you're doing? So it doesn't make any sense to think this isn't going to work for me. It's only not going to work for you if you choose that it's not going to work for you.
Amen. So good. Thank you so much, Candace. And
welcome.
We'll do a follow-up interview at the end of your time, which I'm sure will be in multiple 6 figures or something.
Yes. Thank you.
Go girl. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.